episode 19 of Comics and Us. I'm TJ.
And I'm Chris.
And I'm Lumpy.
And this is the review show that reviews comics chronologically. I forget the goddamn tagline. Kind of. That's what it was. Kind of.
Sorta. Kinda.
No, sort of is the other podcast I do. That's why I forgot it. Anyway, we're in another long episode here as we go into Batman number 2. So I have it listed as 53 pages, but I don't think this is the original Batman issue because there's no ads or anything in it. So I'm assuming it's still 64 like they normally are. But
yeah, mine doesn't list the number of pages.
I actually just count because of it lists, like, you go from page to page to page, and it gives you the list number of pages it is. So
yeah.
Either way, you're getting all 4 Batman stories, whether you like it or not.
But there's not going to be any weird little comic strips in this one like there was in the last one because I just don't have it.
Right.
So, anyway, this is the summer issue of 1940. I think we're still in 1940.
Yes. Summer of 1940.
Yeah, it doesn't say 1940 on the cover. That's why.
Right.
So
It doesn't. It actually doesn't say anything on the cover, really.
It actually hasn't for the last couple of issues. It doesn't say 1940 on the cover anymore.
So, Batman number 2 is still 10 cents. It's made by Bob Kane. Has got his little logo down there. And the cover is Batman pushing a guy with a gun while Robin kneels behind him. So that it's like they're playing. They're having fun right now.
That's the oldest trick in the book.
Yeah.
It's still the best trick. It still works all the time.
I mean, but they're just pushing this guy who has a gun. Like, this is a game. It's not like in Child Endangerment or anything here.
No.
I told you Batman wants to kill Robin. We figured that out already.
I mean, it's not like that gun won't hit the ground and go off accidentally and shoot somebody.
No,
True.
Batman's going to catch it. That's why his arm's out still.
No, that's him pushing.
He gave him the stiff arm and then kept his arm out to catch the gun.
No, I don't think that's how that works. Because if you see the 2 lines under his hand, that's the motion, and that's just a push.
Yeah, but he's holding his arm out there. He's going to catch it.
They knocked the guy's hat off, too, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, this is
a cool cover. It's not great. But
why don't they use backgrounds on the covers? Why is it always just like a circle or the sun?
Because it costs more to print that way.
Sure, but you think the cover wants to draw people in, right?
I mean, that doesn't draw you in?
It kind of does. It's a good cover, too. I shouldn't be
That's what I'm saying.
About.
It's not great, but it's good. It's decent. I like the way his cape is in the shape of a bat.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's a little bland, but it is what it is. But you would think it's the Batman comic, the Batman issue. They would want to go a little more.
True.
And put, like, maybe a villain on there that's recognizable, not some Bobo.
Honestly, the first page, when you get to the next page, like that would have been a really cool cover, I think.
Oh, it definitely would have been. Throw Joker on there every time at this point.
That's what I would have done.
But I guess they're not trying to let everybody know that Joker's alive yet, maybe, from the cover?
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, he's on the first page.
Yeah, he is.
And again, they keep it, though, where the front cover actually has nothing to do with any of the stories at all.
No. And that happens a lot, too.
They've done it that way for most of their comics, where that first page is just a page. That's it.
I mean, I guess if it's an anthology story, you could advertise one story, but if you're just going to do one thing, it might as well be generic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is all brand new adventures of the Batman and Robin, the Boy Wonder. As we go into the first story, which I have written down here, is The Joker Meets Catwoman.
That's what I got. Joker Meets Catwoman.
It is 13 pages long, and as usual, you get that opening splash page that has nothing to do with anything.
That splash page, though, the paragraph they got on the splash page, sounds like someone's going to die in this comic.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, but it says the winner gets the Pharaoh's gems, the loser gets death.
Death.
I forgot to check. Is the Pharaoh gem still the same goddamn gem the Joker was looking for in the previous issues?
Oh, yeah, I didn't even...
It's the one that he stopped him from getting. Remember, he hides in the sarcophagus?
Yeah, the first time?
Right.
And then
he's still trying to get that.
And is it still the same gem? I forgot to check.
It's gotta be.
Focused on it.
So
it's the Pharaoh's gem because, remember, he came out of the sarcophagus trying to get it.
Yes.
Yeah, and at the end of the first issue, he was going to steal it, but never got into the building because Batman stopped him.
Right.
So this is the third straight issue that Joker's trying to get this gem.
He's going to get this friggin' gem.
I mean, it is his goal. He's very persistent. He will get it.
Anyway, but the splash page is the Joker, a giant Joker hovering over a castle as Batman's climbing up to a woman on a balcony as Robin watches in the distance.
It is a badass drawing, though.
It's
really well done.
It actually reminds me of that Mad Monk cover a while back. It's almost similar.
Yeah, I do remember that one too.
So
I like the castle. They did a really good job. I'm actually, like I said, I wish that would have been the cover. Like,
yeah, but
this original Joker. This original Joker is very creepy too, isn't he?
Yeah,
I mean, he's obsessed with jewels and murder. So
yeah.
Anyway, I keep saying anyway. That's one thing I've noticed. I use the word anyway a lot.
You can't say that.
To move us along.
You can't say that and then edit it out because people are going to be like, no, you don't. You don't say that because you edit it out every time.
Yeah, I know. I know. I probably still will, but who cares? We really open with Bruce Wayne and Dick Grayson playing chess.
They're bored. They're chafing from inaction, it says. And Batman and Robin are like, oh, we haven't done anything in a while. I hope somebody gets killed. Am I right? That's exactly what they're sitting there saying. I hope something happens because we're bored out of our mind. We got to play chess.
Yeah, I guess. But because they said that, the newspaper boy announces that the Joker is still alive.
Yep, walk street.
So the Joker's still alive. And then we get this. Batman says, I gotta get to the Joker while he's still unconscious so I can take him to a specialist to give him brain surgery.
Yes, I wrote in my notes, I think Batman wants to get him a lobotomy.
That's what I was thinking.
My exact thought, too.
Oh my God.
Batman's gonna give the Joker a lobotomy.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
I mean, was that normal practice in the 40s?
I mean, I know it was practice in, like, insane asylums.
Right, so apparently he wants to do it.
I mean, he says, my plan is to abduct the Joker from the hospital before he becomes strong and wily enough to slip through the hands of the police. Then we'll take him to a famous brain specialist for an operation so that he can be cured and turned into a valuable citizen.
Now, did lobotomies make people valuable citizens?
No.
Everything I've ever seen about it was like they wandered around like zombies after that.
So this is even worse than a lobotomy. Well, maybe not. But he's trying to change the Joker completely into someone who doesn't commit crimes and something.
Right.
He's trying to take his personality away.
Yeah.
So between 1940 and 1944, 684 lobotomies were performed in the United States. However, because of the further promotion of the technique by Freeman and Watts, those numbers increased sharply towards the end of the decade. So it was pretty common in the 40s.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I know that was big in insane asylums and stuff like that.
That's pretty wild.
Anyway, I did it again. Meanwhile...
Yes.
That's going to be your catchphrase, that's all.
Meanwhile, in the lair of the crime syndicate, this crime syndicate confused the hell out of me.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. It says their boss died.
Yeah, so I was thinking, is this a gang from a previous comic?
Not that I can remember.
But I couldn't find anything on it. I thought it was the gang from Boss Zuko with Robin, in Robin's introduction. I thought it was that gang, but it doesn't. I couldn't find any mention of Crime Syndicate in there. But
the characters don't look the same. Like I don't recognize them.
No,
yeah, I don't remember Bald Weasel. I don't remember him at all.
So this crime syndicate is just a syndicate that had a boss who died, and now they need a new leader, I guess.
So instead of promoting someone to be your boss, you go find a new leader? Is that how that works?
Which is funny because the guy who speaks up about this Weasel guy is pretty damn competent in what he does. He could just take over the gang.
Oh yeah. We find out throughout this story here that he's pretty good.
Right, but he has the same idea as Batman. He's going to go abduct the Joker, but instead of lobotomizing them, he's going to make them their leader.
Yeah, they're going to go abduct the Joker.
So the crime syndicate makes their way to... Wait, is that what happened next? Yeah. They make their way to the hospital, where they buy gum off of an old lady.
Yeah, what was that? That was weird. Did they buy gum? Or is she just handing out gum? I didn't understand what was going on with the gum.
I think they bought gum. That's what I took from it.
So then they get into the hospital by just saying they're visiting people. These cops in Gotham City suck. This is the problem with Gotham City. There's so much crime in Gotham City because the police are terrible.
To be fair, though, they did just go into a hospital. You can just walk into a hospital.
Yes, but the cops are guarding the hospital because Joker's in there.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, no, you're right. I forgot.
So, I walk up to a hospital, there's 40 cops outside guarding the hospital. I say, hey, I'm visiting my friend in there. And they say, oh, okay, go ahead.
And
Is that how this works?
Apparently.
I mean, they all have guns. Nobody gets checked or searched when they go in.
Right.
And then all this stuff happens inside on this page, and the cops are just outside. They don't hear nothing.
No one goes in and checks.
Oh, maybe there's fog that's obscuring the guns.
Yeah. Well, fog and darkness is definitely the cops' weakness. Sure.
These are incompetent police officers.
I'm just saying, when it gets dark out, no wonder the cops can't do anything. They can't see anything.
Can't see.
Right, it is dark.
So, I mean, that's why Gotham's such a cesspool.
Gotham's much darker than anywhere else, I guess.
Oh, man. Anyway, so they go in and beat up a bunch of orderlies and nurses and doctors.
Yeah, blackjack. He pulls out a blackjack and whacks somebody in the head with it.
They tie him up. And then Joker's in surgery, I guess. I don't know why did they put him in surgery?
Yeah, I don't know what he got surgery for.
Well, it mentions in the hospital that Joker is at the hospital for treatment. The Joker lies at the point of death in Invalid Hospital. The medicos, it says, say his chances of recovery are slim unless an operation is performed. It says that on the paper.
Oh,
so if you didn't read the actual small print on the paper, you wouldn't know that he needed an operation.
But so the operation's dangerous for him. So The gang is forcing the doctors to do the operation? Is that what we're getting out of this?
Yes. The gang went and grabbed the surgeon and made them come in and do the operation and told them if they mess up the surgery, then they're going to be dead.
So, okay, so that all happens. So this is where the order of events is kind of messed up. This scene should have been first. That's coming up, where Batman shows up and distracts the cops.
No. He needed to distract the cops for when they exit, not for when they're in the hospital. Nobody gives a crap that they're in the hospital. They're in there already. Nobody even knows what's going on inside the hospital.
I see. I mean, it could have been easier just not to have the cops there in the first place.
Right. Listen, don't even bother sending the cops because they're not going to do anything. They're going to wait for Batman to come fix everything.
I mean, Batman shows up. He's coming to fix them. And then the cops...
You would think.
The cops come chasing after him, though. And then
he throws pebbles at them first to make them
he stands on the roof and throws rocks at them to get their attention.
Yeah.
And then they chase Batman off the roof, and then Batman proceeds to kick the crap out of these cops.
Yes, and they mention that Batman never attacked the police before. That is a lie.
That is a lie.
That is very much a lie.
Yes.
But Batman, the cops are getting pissed that he's fighting back, so they shoot at him.
Well, he's killing people, right? Doesn't he kill the first cop?
He just punches them. The hooded figure explodes a terrific blow off the jaw of the policeman.
Okay, so yeah, he kicks him off the top of the roof, but
I mean, kicks him off the ladder. I mean,
yeah,
who knows? Anyway, Batman gets into Bruce Wayne's car.
It does look like Bruce Wayne's car. I don't know why he has Bruce Wayne's car.
Because he's Bruce Wayne. It's Batman.
Wait a minute. He does kill the two police officers off the ladder. Both policemen hurtle to destruction.
Yeah, see, they're dead.
I don't know how I'll break the news to their families.
That's what I thought. Yeah, he kills them.
Well, Batman killed two cops there. And then he gets in his car and are chased by Commissioner Gordon's green car.
Yeah.
Because there's only two cars in this city.
Well, it's the 40s. Everybody can't afford a car. They just came out.
I mean, no, they didn't, but...
Come on. If I say it, it's facts.
It's fact.
No, I know for a fact because it doesn't have one of those turnstiles on the front of the engines.
The crank, the engine crank, you're right.
Anyway, Batman drives forward and crashes into a tree. Why? Yeah,
because he sucks. That's why. Because he's not a good driver.
He says the wheel won't turn far enough.
You're just a bad at driving then. Why are you headed towards the tree in the first place? You're on a road a minute ago.
That's why he goes in through windows and doesn't drive.
When you crash into a tree, does the car just explode? Because now there's an inferno.
His did.
Yeah, it sure did.
I mean, I guess. It doesn't show him jumping out or anything. I don't know how he survived it.
Well, he put that cowl over his face, and then he was fine.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
I see.
cow figure escapes from the raging inferno.
But then Batman runs into a barn.
Right.
And the police break in, and I'm not sure how the barn got on fire.
I have that written down, too. Why is the barn on fire? Is it from the car?
I don't know. But
Did the police set the barn on fire? I can't figure it out.
I don't know, but the police are coming into the barn, and Batman's about to throw a pitchfork at them.
He sure is. And guess what happens after that? He does throw a pitchfork at them.
Uh-huh.
Kills the cop.
And then he swings down and crashes into the other three, or five, I'm sorry. Runs back up the steps, because it shows him, and jumps on a horse upstairs. Why is there a horse upstairs?
And how does he get does the horse run down the stairs?
I don't know. It just shows a pink...
He comes... No, you're right. He gets on the horse upstairs.
Maybe he jumps off the balcony onto the horse.
The police
are closing in on all sides. The barn already in flames. The mantled figure takes a desperate leap. Oh, he does. He jumps off the balcony onto the horse.
Okay, it didn't show that, though, because there's no background in it.
Right.
So he's on the horse, and Batman's riding away, and then the cops shoot him dead.
They just open fire on him. They just shoot the crap out of him.
To be fair, he just murdered, like, 4 of them.
A rain of lead. Well, what about the poor horse?
Who cares about the horse?
Apparently.
Anyway, they shoot Batman dead, and they unmask him, but it's not Batman. It is... Hold on, I'm gonna get to that. But it's his name.
Circus Charlie.
Circus Charlie, who escaped prison from 3 months ago. How the hell do they know Circus Charlie's not Batman?
I guess because Batman's been going on for longer than 3 months, maybe?
3 weeks.
Or 3 weeks?
It says from the pen 3 weeks ago. So
how do they know? How do they know there's not multiple different Batman?
I'm not positive.
True.
They don't know. This Charlie could be Batman on every other Sunday.
Could be.
Yeah, right. And when he gets out of prison, he goes back to Batman.
I don't know. Back with the crooks at the hospital, they're loading Joker in a car in front of the old lady. And when they drive,
figure out if that was an old lady or if that was Ozzy Osbourne, by the way.
It is Ozzy. Selling gum outside.
Crazy. That's how it goes.
I know Ozzy's old, but I don't think he's 1940 old.
I don't know.
He's eternal.
Like
don't talk about Ozzy. He's eternal.
I do like the accents they use when they call him Soikish Charlie.
Soikus, yeah.
Soikish Charlie's act. I like that.
So the criminals load Joker into the car, and the old lady watches. But no, it's revealed that she's Catwoman.
Dun dun dun.
Or the cat in this, what they say.
And all of a sudden, she takes her mask off, and now Batman's standing behind her.
Yep. Hi, how's it going?
He is truly an opportunist, this guy. He finds a way to be at every spot he needs to be at.
Yeah. Not only is he right behind her, then he sweeps her off her feet and takes her into his car.
Right. Which is a different car, by the way, because it's got a different windshield.
Yeah, well, he's also kidnapping her, essentially.
Oh, he sure is.
Well, that wasn't Batman's car before. That was Soikish Charlie's car.
No, right, but this is a different car from before.
Well, yeah, he's been in a lot of different cars.
He's got a new white windshield with a triangle in the front of it that I never saw before.
Yeah, it's a split window.
Yeah.
So, Batman threatens to take Catwoman to the police, I guess from stealing jewels? I don't know. He says, you are the slickest and prettiest jewel thief in the business.
Oh my god, he's really laying it on thick with her, isn't he?
Yeah. I mean, he is engaged, just so you know.
I know. He's kind of a cheat here. I don't like this.
He didn't do anything yet, but he is definitely smitten with this one.
Yeah.
Now, how old's Robin?
They say he's 16, but he looks 12.
If he's 16 and he's driving, that's fine.
I mean, who knows what the age was back then, right?
They wanted
that's what I mean. 16 is probably old enough to
We
drive,
discussed this in the Robin review. They wanted him to be 16, but he's not 16. He's at least 12.
Mm-hmm.
Or we even think he's 8 in some panels. Because
possible.
He looks like a kid. Anyway, Batman tells her to tell her where the Joker is, and she just knows. I don't know how she knows.
What the heck is a hospital plane, by the way?
I'm assuming it's the same as the Batplane. It's a helicopter.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's a helicopter. I'm guessing that, but...
I'm guessing they don't know the difference between planes and helicopters. Or maybe they called helicopter planes back then.
No, it is a drawing of a plane, though.
It does look like a plane.
It's a plane.
But, again, like Batman, the Joker's recuperative powers are amazing.
I'm not done with Catwoman.
Oh, go for it.
She tells Batman where the Joker is.
Yes.
But how does she know where she is? She watches them put them in the car, but they never mention where they're going.
Maybe they told her when she was giving them gum.
They just say, hey, old lady, we're going here with the Joker.
Yeah, you're old. You don't know the difference. Well, guess what we're doing?
Yeah, we're going to take the Joker over to here.
Maybe she watched them. Maybe when they came out, after they distracted the cops, they came out and got in a plane and she saw them.
No.
But I don't know
because
how she knows where they're going, though.
They drove away, and then she goes behind the building and unmasks.
Yeah, I don't know how she knows where they're going. Even if she did see them get on the plane, she says they're going out to Weasel's hunting lodge. How does she know that?
Well, she was out front, though. Maybe she heard them. Even though the cops couldn't hear everything going on inside, maybe she could.
I went through every inch of dialogue in this comic looking for a reason, and there is nothing. Oh, whatever. Batman lets her... Go ahead.
Catwoman's powers are psychic. That's what we found out. She's a psychic.
Yes, she's a psychic.
Batman lets her go, but only because he apparently laced the car of his floor with radioactive substance.
Wait, why doesn't Robin's and Batman's footprint show up then, too?
Well, they usually do. That's how Batman tracks Robin.
I know Robin's did that one time, but I don't know. I didn't know if Batman's did.
They're only shining the flashlight on where Catwoman went. They did not shining it straight down. So maybe they do, but it's just he goes out of his way and sprays all of his cars with radioactive substance so he can track people, I guess.
Maybe he doesn't trust Robin. I don't know.
I mean, he definitely doesn't trust Robin. So they drive. What it says here is the hospital plane of the crime syndicate. Apparently, they have their own hospital plane. Circles the country refueling. That is the only time they ever mention refueling.
Yes, and they never say landing the plane, but all of a sudden they're at the lair of the crime syndicate.
Yeah, that's also that's also where they mentioned the Joker's recuperative powers. So Joker has superpowers too.
Right. He's got. Well, I don't know. Is it super or is it just they eat a lot of kale and stuff and they're really healthy?
No, it's a superpower because that's Wolverine's power.
It does sound like Wolverine's power.
Yeah, I mean, and Batman has recovery powers too. They do say recuperative powers. So, and earlier they did say Batman had the same recuperative powers. So,
this is where we find out Joker's not such a bad guy. Instead of just after the crime syndicate put a poison needle in E.S. Arthur's shoe.
Yeah, who's that?
He's the guy with the Pharaoh gem.
Oh, I got you.
Yes. So after they do that, he only poisoned them with sleeping powder instead with a sleeping potion instead of killing them outright.
Everybody though, right? Like the whole entire syndicate he poisoned with sleeping powder?
Yes, instead of killing them because they helped him. But the crime syndicate doesn't like that, so they're gonna kill him.
Yeah, you're dead.
So then Batman busts through a window.
The real Batman.
Yeah. I don't know how he knew where they were. Oh, I'm sorry, Catwoman told him.
Catwoman told him.
Yeah, they were going to the hunting cabin.
So he comes in and he starts beating up the crime syndicate. I guess that sleeping potion's not necessary.
Well, also, they can't shoot Batman because apparently the Joker removed the powder from all their bullets.
Oh.
Yeah, he says, save your energy, Weasel. I have already removed the powder from all your bullets. So, I don't know what that means, but...
Keep talking.
I'm just confused at how the Joker can do that, but he's done it before.
Yeah,
he did that to the cops before.
Right. He took all the gunpowder out of their bullets, so now Batman comes in and kicks all their asses, right?
Yes, he kicks everyone's asses, picks one guy up and throws him into all the rest of them again, like a bowling pin.
Yeah, he likes that bowling pin thing. He likes
that move.
Yeah.
All right, I'm back.
Well, we kept going. You're good.
All right.
We were talking about how Batman likes to throw people into a bunch of other people, and talk about bowling. Let's say
he does say that in bowling they call this a strike.
Yeah.
Even though that's not a strike at all. That's only 4 people. There needs to be 10 pins.
Well, they fall down like a row of 10 pins, is what it says.
They really don't, though.
Well, a row of 10 pins.
It's a row of 4 pins.
So, after Batman and well, I guess it's just Batman, huh? Robin's not there. Joker escapes in the chaos, and then we get a shot of a castle where Catwoman meets, what was his name? E.S. something.
E.S. Arthur.
E.S. Arthur, trying to get the Pharaoh jewels. But because of the poison needle in his shoe, he is dead.
He's already gone.
And then the Joker shows up.
Wait, were the jewels just sitting on his desk when he was dead? Because it looks like she walks in and picks them up off the desk.
Well, they were his jewels.
Okay.
So
but he just has them sitting with him on the desk?
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, and then Joker tells him to come to hand it over. My pretty. He sounds like the...
I'll fix you as well. Oh, rubbish. You have no power here. Be gone before somebody drops a house on you, too. Very well. I'll bide my time. And as for you, my fine lady, it's true, I can't attend you here and now as I'd like. But just try to stay out of my way. Just try. I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
witch from The Wizard of Oz.
It looks like her, too. The Joker shows up and tries to take the gems off of Catwoman, and then Robin does his patent in piggyback move.
Yeah, he likes that. He does like that.
I should have did a count of that, because he does that a lot.
He does it a lot.
3 or 4 times already, yeah.
Yeah, he likes to wrap his legs around people's necks from behind. And
jump from, high up spots to get to that, too.
Yeah, it's weird. Joker doesn't like it very much, so he punches him in the face.
He kicks his ass. He's lucky the Joker's still a little weaker. I think the Joker would have killed him.
The Joker is actually kind of badass in these early comics.
Yeah, Joker's tough.
Because after Robin gets a kick and punch in, Joker picks up a mace and knocks him out.
Whacks him with a mace. And then is going to stick him with a needle and kill him.
Yeah, but that's Robin knockout count number 3, by the way. Because that is in the back of the head.
Yeah, it does look like the back of the head.
But yeah, he's about to kill Robin with a needle, and Catwoman's like, here, you can have the gems, just don't kill the kid. So she's not all bad. But then Batman shows up.
He wants to join the party.
Swinging on the chandelier. Comes in, he punches Joker in the face, and then hands him a sword.
Yeah, and then challenges him to a duel.
Yeah.
What? Why?
Not only does he challenge him to the duel, but then goes and loses said duel.
I was going to say, he loses. He hands him the weapon, challenges him to a duel, and loses.
And then falls off the balcony. Slips and falls off the balcony.
Yep. Joker knocks him off the balcony. He almost pulls out his shoulder after grabbing a rope.
A gnarled vine that was hugging the walls of the castle.
Yeah. He says he almost pulled his arm out, due with grabbing it. And then Joker somehow has a crossbow with flaming arrows.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even notice that. But it's only for a second. Why does he have that and then it's gone?
I don't know. He has the crossbow with flaming arrows because Catwoman locked herself in with Robin. And he says, fine, I'm just going to burn you out. I don't know where he got it from.
Okay, and that's why the building's on fire, I see.
Yep. And so
I'm guessing that this rich guy had all these weapons, hanging on the wall. That's where the sword came from and the mace came from.
Yeah,
so
but
he had the flaming arrows set there, too.
One.
Pre-lit.
Yeah.
Pre-lit. He leaves lit.
One, they were
safety.
They both had swords out on the balcony. It couldn't have been more than a couple seconds because Catwoman locked them out. There's no way he grabbed the crossbow.
He had it in his pocket with the flame lit.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a blow-up one. It's a blow-up.
Yeah, it's a little blow-up one.
Batman swings himself back up on the balcony, tackles Joker, knocks him out, leaves him there to die.
I'm telling you, if Joker wasn't still recuperating from surgery, I think this would be the last issue because he would have killed both Batman and Robin.
And probably Catwoman, too.
And, yeah, maybe her, too.
So Batman carries, it looks like he's carrying Robin up the ladder.
Yeah.
As Catwoman chases after him. She takes the box with the jewels and jumps into the water.
For some reason, I didn't understand that. The Batman is forced to leave the unconscious Joker behind. Why? Because the place is on fire?
Well, no, he's got to carry Robin.
Okay, so we know the Batplane can just hang up there. He can't drop Robin off and come back down?
It says that, but what it really means is that he doesn't want to save the Joker.
Ah, he's leaving him there to burn up. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious. But Catwoman steals the box from Batman and jumps into the ocean below. And then it says, is this the end of the Catwoman?
No.
Sure isn't.
And Robin's like, Bruce, she's getting away with the jewels. And Bruce is like, no, she's not. She just got the box. I took the jewels out already. When? Well,
did Batman ever have the box, or did she always have the box?
No, I assume she had the box the entire time.
Right, I thought you said she took the box from Batman, but I don't think Batman ever had the box.
Oh, you're right. I thought she was climbing up the ladder to grab the box off of him.
No, I think she was just climbing up to get off of that burning building and then dove into the water.
Why jump on the ladder at all and just jump into the water?
Yeah, I didn't know that either. I couldn't figure that one out either. But, yeah, you're right. Batman has the jewels somehow.
Yeah, I don't know how he got the jewels, but he manages to take them somehow.
Yeah.
And that's...
Maybe it was during the fight with the Joker, because the Joker had him.
That's right, Robin, just the jewel case. But I've got the jewels. I managed to get them as we were climbing up the rope ladder. When? How? You had Robin on your back!
On the ladder
also,
he got him?
That's what he says!
Robin woke up.
Not on his back. He didn't wake up to right now while they're in the plane.
That's what I'm saying, but he just woke up. He didn't need cold water.
Oh, that's true, too.
He just woke up. And
who
he has
wrapped
a
his head up?
bandana tied around his head. Right.
Yeah, who wrapped his head up?
So,
Batman did so many things in, seconds here.
So, Batman put the bandana over Robin's head. It was doused in cold water.
Ah, so that's how he woke him up. Yeah.
And he did that while he was taking the jewels out of the cast.
While he was taking the jewels and climbing the ladder, yes, apparently.
Yes.
Yeah.
He did all of that.
Uh-huh.
Man, he's good.
He is good. He's the
anyway,
Batman.
Follow the adventures of the Batman and Robin, the original Boy Wonder, every month in Detective Comics. And that's the end of the Joker meets Catwoman. They had a brief meet-in, and that was it.
Yeah, that was the end of it.
Actually, that's the end of the Joker and Catwoman.
Oh, yeah, they both die there, apparently.
As far as you know, they're both gone.
So, the appearances we have for this one, individuals, Batman, Robin, James Gordon, Catwoman, the Joker, Circus Charlie, only appearance, Crime Syndicate Incorporated, only appearance, Weasel, only appearance, and the Gotham City Police Department.
Which makes no sense because they're all still alive.
Right, so they never come back? Well, they gave up. They're scared now.
Oh, I see. You know what I found interesting in this comic? Joker doesn't kill a single person.
Oh, yeah.
No,
yes,
only
he does.
Circus Charlie.
No, he kills the guy with the poison in his shoe.
Nope, the crime syndicate put that poison needle in for him.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, he says it. He says,
one of you already planted the needle. Yes, I see it.
Yeah.
Wow.
He doesn't kill a single person in this comic.
Wow.
That is Batman or Robin, but all the crime syndicate did all the deaths in this.
Yeah, fake Batman has at least 2 deaths.
Oh,
no, I think it was 3 because that pitchfork killed one guy too.
Yes.
And who knows how many burned in that barn?
How many animals burned in the barn? Because there's at least 2 more horses
Animals
left.
aren't people.
Hey. I'd rather see the animals escape than some of the rest of them. So.
Anyway, that was the end of that one. Anything left to say about that one?
Nope. We'll see you again, Joker and Catwoman.
Maybe.
No, we definitely will because
we definitely see both.
I think there's one comic in the next Batman one that says something Catwoman, and I think in the next bulk of Detective Comics, Joker comes back.
Yeah, Batman number 3, the Batman versus the Catwoman. So
there you go.
Yeah.
So I mean, that one wasn't a Joker story. Or a Catwoman story, even though they try to in the title. Neither one of them are really prevalent.
It's the Syndicate, mostly.
They both show up halfway through.
Yeah, it's more of an introduction for the two of them again, kind of reintroducing the two of them.
Not really.
Before they kill them off a little bit. So the Joker was technically dead, or assumed he was about to die, so they kind of bring him back to life in it. And the Catwoman's kind of been disappeared for a while since she disappeared before, so she's kind of been brought back into the story with this.
It's just more reestablishing them, reestablishing the Joker as untrustworthy, and Catwoman is this clever thief. This clever thief who's in between stuff. It's not a reintroduction, more of just reestablishing that they're still around.
They're still there.
I felt like it was, hey, we're still here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like, hey, we're still here, but we really want to tell you about the crime syndicate.
Right. But they never brought them back anyway.
And we're still here both chasing Jules.
Oh, yeah. Everybody loves Jules in 1940.
And the Joker didn't get the Pharaoh's jewels again.
Nope. So those Pharaoh's jewels are the elusive jewel that the Joker cannot get.
He'll get them.
They'll probably forget about it before he gets them.
I hope he gets them.
It'll go away.
So, on to story number 2 in the Batman number 2. This one's called... What do I have written down here? Wolf the Crime Master.
That's what I got. Okay, we got the same issue this time, I think.
Yeah, so this one's 13 pages long, and the splash cover is some old guy looking into a mirror, and his reflection is glaring at himself easily.
Yeah, and they don't have glasses. The reflection doesn't have his glasses, and his hair's all messed up.
And his eyes have flames in them.
Right.
In the reflection. So, and his tie is green and black.
So, it's a different tie. Wow, that's weird.
Yeah. It's a different shirt and all. The lapels are different, like the reflections.
I feel like I'm looking at one of these pictures where it's like, what are the differences between these two pictures?
Yeah, I'm looking at the same.
So, I'm just going to spoil it right now. This is a Jekyll and Hyde ripoff.
Yes, no doubt.
So this old guy...
They mention it in the comic.
Yeah, in the last panel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this old guy works in the museum with this other guy whose name is...
Well, the guy who owns the museum's name's Cyrus Craig.
Yeah, I wanted to bring that up because I thought that was someone important, but I don't think it is.
I don't see him anywhere else. I actually looked. I thought it was a recognizable name too, but it says Cyrus Craig only appearance. So
yeah. Anyway, so Cyrus Craig owns the museum, and he has this old guy named Adam Lamb who works with him. Adam Lamb apparently likes this story, the Wolf. What is it?
The Crime Master.
The Crime Master.
Yeah.
And he's reading it, and
he freaks himself out.
Yeah, he freaks himself out. One day, he's leaving the hospital, and he falls down the steps, hits his head. God, were you going to say something?
I feel like the book scared him and made him fall down the steps because he's leaving the creepy museum, and that's when he falls down the steps.
Maybe, but it just says he trips down the steps.
Right.
It doesn't say he was so scared.
Oh, well, he says, "Ugh, what a creepy place. I'll be glad to get home out of here."
Yeah, that's the panel before, but then in the next panel, it says he just suddenly trips on some loose stairs. Loose carpeted, I'm sorry.
And he knocks
stairs like that.
He knocks a bat off the wall.
Well, a picture of a bat.
Yeah.
It's actually not. It's a, what do you call it? It's like a stuffed bat. Oh. It looks like a picture in this, but towards the end, he tells you that it's...
Really? Because it says right here, upon the mounted frame of a bat.
Yeah, if you look, it's a mounted bat.
Mounted bat, I got you.
It's because because Cyrus Craig says later that I mounted a bat, and what's his name must have seen it. Because you'll weird. Later in the comic, we'll come up to it.
Yeah.
Well, he looks at this bat and then his book and then passes out at midnight.
Right. At exactly midnight, which, I mean, this is pretty far-fetched here.
I'm sorry, Jekyll and Hyde's far-fetched? Really?
Even Jekyll and Hyde wasn't this bad.
Anyway, he walks out, he's going home, and then a madness starts to come over him. He picks up his cane, he walks down the street, and beats a guy to death with it.
Yeah, kills a guy. And where's his glasses? He just takes the glasses off, puts them in his pocket?
No, they just melt away when he turns that way.
Oh.
They do. And then they come back.
They're in his hand in the one panel.
Yeah, he puts them in his pocket.
Oh, wait.
Okay,
whoa, that's right. I forgot. It says his glasses are jerked off.
Okay.
So he beats this guy to death, wakes up the next day, doesn't realize what happened. And
but
then
he does kind of remember, right? Like he has a dream about it, right?
Yeah, he has a dream, but he just thinks nothing happened of it. And then every night at midnight, he turns into this Hyde and becomes the Crime Master.
This guy's got to be tired. Like if he's at midnight, turns into this thing, goes out and does all this crap at night, comes back home, gets up and goes to work.
Yeah, so he sleeps like 2 hours a day.
Yeah, he's got to be tired. Right.
Or maybe he's sleeping while the Crime Master is acting.
Oh, maybe. But you're right. He does this so many times that it becomes the Crime Master and has his own like gang
and robs banks and stuff. Yep. This goes on for at least, from what they're saying here, months.
Yeah.
And so Batman and Robin are really slacking here.
Well, maybe they're waiting for the right time like they did before.
Yeah. Batman just wants to wait for the right time. You know, he can't just go out and do it at the first 10 crimes. He has to win.
Right.
So they happen to come upon the gang. See, they happen upon them. They don't even know that stuff is happening.
They always happen upon them.
Yeah, they were on their way homeward when they saw this. Look, a gang raiding a warehouse.
Yeah, exactly. And so Batman and Robin beat the crap out of these guys, and then Robin gets knocked out for the fourth time. Robin knocked out, count number 4.
Before Robin gets knocked out, he does that thing where he jumps on the guy's shoulders, too.
Right. He does.
He does.
Yeah.
But Robin gets knocked out from behind, I'm assuming by the Crime Master.
Right,
and
somebody hits him with a cane, so...
And then Crime Master pushes him in front of a truck.
Yeah, and his gang's driving that truck.
Right, so they're going to kill Robin here.
Yeah, they're going to run his ass down, they don't care.
But Batman jumps in front of the car and saves him just in time. Not before noticing that the red truck that was about to run him over, it turns into a green car with a dent in it.
Yes, it does. I don't know why it was red, and now it's green. It was a red truck, it turns into a green car? What is going on here?
Yeah, it doesn't really say.
It says others were making their escape.
Yeah, okay.
Wolf and his men.
So there were 2 different cars?
2 different
Must
cars.
have been.
It wasn't explained very well.
No,
Because
it's 2 panels.
Well, in the picture when they first see the gang raiding the warehouse, there's the green car and the red truck.
Okay, but the red truck, the green car could be some other bystander. How does he know the criminals are in that car?
Well, the crime master gets out of the green car before he hits. If you look in the panel where Robin's knocking the guy out, the crime master comes out with his cane. He's getting out of the green car.
Oh.
Yeah, he is.
But
You gotta see the pictures.
But Batman's on the other side still fighting these guys. He doesn't see that happen.
He sees everything.
It's Batman. It's his gut tells him. He knows.
Well, whatever. Batman saves Robin, and they have a conversation about the Empire State Building.
And I guess there's no license plates in the 40s?
I thought the same thing, but...
Like, none at all. Not on the truck, not on the car. There's no...
Right. Now there's no...
I guess maybe there wasn't. I don't know.
Guess what? You're committing a crime, you take the license plate off, they can't find you.
Sure. Unless you have a dent in your car.
Right.
So, after Batman and Robin have the conversation, Adam Lamb is back home. He's wondering, where did this suit come from? I'm going to wait up till 12 o'clock to find out why. I don't know why he assumes 12 o'clock is the time that this guy comes in.
I don't know, but I don't think it's going to work out well for him.
Nope, because he turns back into the crime master. Da, da, da. So, Bruce Wayne just happens to go to the museum that Adam Lamb's working at.
He shows up everywhere he needs to be, that's all I know.
Next day, Chance takes Bruce Wayne to visit Cyrus's museum. I don't know why he knows Cyrus, why he's going to museum. He's just there. And he meets Adam Lamb, who's reading the book, and he notices the green car with a dent in it, too.
Yep. Oh my god, I wonder what's going to happen with this.
So
now they never explain it, but I think he follows that car.
That's what I was going to say. I never actually get anything. All of a sudden, he's like, where the guys are, but it doesn't say he followed the car.
I don't think that's the case, because if he followed the car, he would follow Adam Lamb back to his home, and he would be Adam Lamb until midnight.
That's true.
He said Batman and Robin are going to do a little trailing tonight.
Or maybe, I guess, maybe he fought, but it doesn't make sense because he doesn't know about Adam Lamb. He would have to follow.
He says, well, kid, trailing this car has certainly led us to the men of the last night.
Unless the car is still... I guess, unless the car is still at the museum, and he's at the museum until late at night.
Till midnight, yeah, I guess.
I don't know, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't really, there's no
What makes even less sense is that he finds that car at the museum, right?
Yeah.
But he follows it to the docks, but Adam Lamb's not there, is he?
Well, Robin says he sees the man who clubbed him.
Oh yeah, he is there, okay.
Yeah.
I guess he is there. So anyway, Batman beats up the gang, and then gets shot in the shoulder, and falls off the pier to his death.
Oh, and guess what? That pisses Robin off.
Right. But see, Robin forgot. That's cold water he falls into.
Oh, he's fine then.
He's fine.
Yeah, exactly. So he gets out of the water after Robin goes on a rage fit and beats the crap out of them.
He kicks everybody's ass, screaming Batman, Batman the whole time.
And Batman comes back out of the dock, and everyone's surprised that he survived. He got shot in the shoulder. He fell 3 feet into water. He can swim.
I don't even know it was 3 foot.
No.
He don't swim with one arm.
But he already healed.
If he got shot in the chest or something, but it was in his shoulder.
But what I did like about this is the first time he uses his smoke pellet.
No, it's not.
It's not? He used a smoke pellet before?
Oh, I just assumed it was the same as the gas pellet.
No, this is just smoke.
But isn't it the same thing?
No, the gas makes him all
pellet
sleep.
knocks him out. This is just
smoke.
Makes smoke. So
he's used the gas pellet many times to escape, and they never were unconscious.
Oh, so maybe it is.
Maybe it's the same. I don't know. I thought it did knock them out before.
I think they just changed the name.
So smoke instead of gas? Well, now it's smoke. Now it's a smoke pellet. Before it was a gas pellet.
On your first appearances, does it say the first appearance of the smoke pellet?
I'll tell you in a second. You're not... No, it doesn't say anything about it.
Exactly. So it's the same goddamn pellet.
He put smoke in it this time.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I thought before it was a knockout gas. I swore it was.
It was.
I could be wrong,
it was.
I swore it was a knockout
He used
gas.
it once. He used it once as a knockout gas, but every other consecutive time he used it to do the smoke thing and escape.
Yeah, but
you know
that
what?
was only
You're right.
because
He used the smoke pellet before with the cops.
that was only because everybody was immune to his gas pellet for some reason. Remember, Joker was immune to it.
Joker was immune.
Only in that particular comic. And there's been other ones where he just uses it like a ninja, throws it down and escapes.
I don't know. I have to do more research.
It doesn't matter. He throws it down.
Anyway.
Batman and Robin escapes, and then Batman makes poor Dick Grayson do surgery on him.
Batman's just like, take this bullet out of me because you have to do what I said.
Which makes even less sense in this context, because we've already established there's a doctor that can do this for him.
Yeah, he has a doctor that he goes to.
A stupid doctor that says, I shot myself, that's how I did it.
Yeah, I was hunting, deer, and I shot myself.
And
I do crazy things sometimes.
Yeah, so he could have just gone to the doctor to get this bullet out, but no, he makes Dick do this, and it's like, he's all nervous and stuff.
Yeah, he's digging around in there trying to get the bullet out.
He
eventually does it, but man.
It's amazing that you dig around and get a bullet out of Batman's shoulder, and now he's fine.
Well, he's weakened because he's in the library reading and stuff. But he just happens to find the book that Adam Lamb was reading.
Wow, what a coincidence.
Yeah, one, it's in his library. He happens to own that book. He's a rich guy. He owns that book.
He's got all the books.
He has a wealth of books.
Yeah, he's got all the books.
Man, what a coincidence that is.
It's 1940. There's only like 9 books.
Yeah, there's not many books in print right now.
See, normally I would agree with you then, but at that time, all they had was books.
This is true. They were all reading books. There was radio, but they were all reading books.
Yeah, so there was about 1 billion books.
Yeah, you're right.
This is a popular one.
First I'm hearing of it.
I never heard of it before.
I'm going to look it up and read it.
I bet it's created especially for this comic.
Go ahead, love. We'll wait. Let us know how it is.
Yeah, you guys wait while I read this.
So Bruce and Dick are having a conversation about what's happening, and he deduces that Adam Lamb is the guy behind it all somehow.
Also, he figures out that it's the night that Craig stays late. How does he know that?
He knows Craig's schedule, I guess.
I guess.
He is a playboy.
True. And look at that. Lamb and Craig are mounting animals. Like, you're right, Lump.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in there mounting animals.
That's what he does. He mounts them for his museum.
Right.
Lump, did you finish that book yet?
So actually, it's a Marvel comic.
What, The Crime Master?
Called The Crime Master, and then there's also a book series called The Crime Master. So
be careful when you're reading that. If you fall down or something, we're going to have problems.
You find out where I am at midnight. That's it.
Shit, we don't stay up that late. You're going to find out where you are at 10:45.
I will be asleep.
And every night after that, he fell asleep.
And that was it. The Crime Master sleeps every night at 10:15.
So they're mountain animals, and then midnight happens, and Adam Lamb turns into the Crime Master and tries to kill his friend.
I like that it's Lamb and Wolf. That's kind of cool. I don't know.
That is. I didn't catch on to it the first time I read it, but then as I checked it out, I'm like, okay, it is kind of cool.
So as he's trying to stab him, Robin busts through the window and does his patent and piggyback move.
Yeah, crotch on the back of the neck move.
And so the Crime Master tries to stab Robin, but Batman shows up, just appears in the room, grabs his arm, and Lamb is scared of him because of the bat he saw. So Batman punches him down the steps and kills him.
Wait, but they act like Batman didn't kill him. They're like, oh, he fell down the steps again.
Yeah, oops, he fell. Batman
he didn't fall. Batman punched him in the face.
Yeah, he punched him in the face, he falls down the steps and breaks his neck on the bottom step.
Yeah.
And so Batman death count goes up to 25 on that one.
Yeah, I'm blaming him.
Yeah. So, and then Adam Lamb tells him what happened, and he dies.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. And they feel bad because he's not really, criminal.
Oh, my favorite
He's a lamb, not a wolf.
My favorite line from Batman is, Lamb was a psychological Joker and Hyde.
Jekyll and Hyde.
Sorry, Joker is on my mind. This is the only time I was ever sorry to see a criminal die.
He doesn't care about all the rest of them he's seen die.
Nope. It's the only time he's ever cared that a criminal has died.
Well, because some medical attention might have cured this one.
Oh, yeah.
A
Possibly.
lobotomy.
Yeah, lobotomy. I mean,
Lobotomy may have cured him.
Apparently, lobotomy, he was going to cure the Joker. He could cure all these criminals. I don't know what makes him so special. So, yeah, Batman kills an innocent man in this one, essentially.
Yeah, well, it's not the first time he's done that either, so.
Well, that's true, but, I mean, because he was a lamb when he got punched in the face.
Right.
He wasn't the crime master.
He came out of it, you're right, and then Batman just punched him anyway.
Punches him in the face, knocks them down. He doesn't take a moment and say, hey, this guy's, like, tranced all of a sudden. What's going on here? No, punch in the face, falls on step dead.
You look normal again. Oh, well, I'm punching you in the face anyway and killing you.
I mean, your glasses mysteriously appeared on your face again.
I do like the line after that. He says, it was our job. We've got steady employment all the time in this sort of thing. He's got steady employment.
They were just playing chess.
There's a line in the next, it's either the next one or the one after, that really bothered me that he says. We'll get to it, though. For a thrill-a-minute read, the Amazing Adventures of Batman and Robin, the original Boy Wonder. So, good.
The individuals in this one, and all they list is Batman, Robin, Wolf, and Cyrus Craig. That's it.
Not Lamb?
Well, Wolf and Lamb, and they're on the same line, and it says only appearance. And then Cyrus Craig, only appearance. And that's
well, they don't name anybody else.
Yeah, they don't. They don't name any of his, gang. So.
And apparently this whole thing took place in Gotham City, so that's where the museum is.
You know what's funny about that? I was looking up first, if you go to the Batman wiki, it says that Gotham City appears for the first time, and I think in the third issue by name.
Really?
I think you're right. But so I was reading some of the same stuff. It might have been on Wiki. So when they say Metropolis, they mean Gotham. They're calling Gotham City a metropolis. Which is really weird to me, but that's what I was reading.
They go to Metropolis Hospital.
Metropolis.
Which is really weird, because when I was reading about it, it says that Gotham City is a metropolis.
Well, I think it was actually Metropolis, because I'm pretty sure that none of these sources are, 100% accurate.
Yeah, I agree. I just was trying to figure out, the different places, and what I read was it is a metropolis.
On the Batman comic wiki, it says Gotham City's first appearance is by name in Batman number 4.
Oh, wow. Well, Superman's been going on since 1938, so I got to guess Metropolis has been around before Gotham.
Yeah, which I still don't know how Manhattan comes in play, but whatever.
Keep talking. I'm looking something up.
Because where is Metropolis?
Well, listen, DC Comics has always done this. They have Metropolis, they have Gotham City. They are not regular cities. I've read that they think Gotham City might be in New Jersey, to be honest with you.
Well, and that would make sense if Gotham City's in New Jersey, because that would make sense for Manhattan.
Right.
But then Superman Metropolis has to be somewhere in New Jersey or New York, too.
I believe the Flash is in Central City, I think it is. They all have their own little cities that aren't real cities.
But they all end up in New York.
But they can go to New York, and they can go to other places. Smallville's in Kansas, I believe.
I know that Gotham City is designed after Chicago.
Really? But now I read a thing that said it was in New Jersey.
It could be in New Jersey, but the city itself is designed after New York, the buildings and stuff.
Right.
I don't. It's just strange, because I don't know how Batman walks from Metropolis to Gotham and to Manhattan. He walks to all of those places.
Sometimes he just walks.
Metropolis first appeared by name in Action Comics number 16, September 1939.
Okay.
I don't know what comic that Metropolis statement was in, Lump, but I'm pretty sure that they were meant.
I just looked up the distance between Gotham and Metropolis, and it says the distance between the two cities has varied greatly over the years, ranging from being hundreds of miles apart to Gotham and Metropolis being twin cities and on opposite sides of the Delaware Bay, with Metropolis in Delaware and Gotham City being in New Jersey.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's not. I'm just saying that the design was.
Right. It was after Chicago.
And the Twin City things only appeared in that Batman versus Superman thing.
Oh, really?
Because Metropolis is in Kansas.
Because that's where Smallville is, right?
Smallville's in Kansas, and it's a short drive to Metropolis.
Right, because they still get the paper. They still get that Metropolis
that's
paper
also
in Kansas.
That's also why Chicago was supposedly Gotham, because Illinois is not that far from Kansas.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and this says that first appearing by name in Action Comics number 16, Metropolis is depicted as a prosperous and massive city in the northeastern United States, in close proximity to Gotham City.
Okay.
In recent years, it's been stated to be located in Delaware.
Yeah, because of that stupid Batman-Superman movie. Anyway, anything to say about that stupid Dr. Jekyll Hyde one?
I mean, it wasn't terrible. It was nice and short and good.
I liked it. I liked it. It wasn't great, but I liked it.
It was just as long as every other comic in this one.
Really? See, that felt short.
That was 13 pages long, and it's just as long. It's actually one of the longer comics.
I felt like that Joker one was 50 pages.
The words, it just doesn't, it's the words. Like, even though it seemed the same pages, there's not the same amount of words. It doesn't get real wordy until towards the end of this comic.
The next one's a little wordy.
That Jekyll one was also, there was a lot of stuff with him just being shown going through motions and stuff, so there wasn't a lot of explanation going on for some things.
I agree.
Alright, on to the third story.
Next.
Huh?
Next.
The Case of the Clubfoot Murderers, which is also 13 pages long. And the splash page actually starts off the comic.
Yeah, it's not foreshadowing the comic this time. It's the beginning of the comic.
Yeah. Batman's jumping in on top of this guy in a green coat and a hook.
He just happened to see him murdering someone.
Right. Because he just happens upon everything.
You're right.
So Batman and Hook Guy gets into a fight, but Hook Guy kicks Batman and then runs away.
Yeah, and he's got a limp, and how does he hobble off like that?
I don't know, but he gets in his car and drives away. He's
got a queer thumping walk, and the murderer makes his escape.
Batman's, I guess, off his game tonight because he gets kicked in the face and that's it.
Right, and then the cops are coming. He's got to get the hell out of there. So.
Yep, and the cops. Go ahead.
I still don't understand. So this guy has a giant clubfoot. He's good enough to kick Batman in the face and get away.
Yeah, apparently. And we find out later that's ridiculous, but...
Yes, it is. But
the cops find a note on the dead person that says, Harley Storm is dead. Vengeance is mine.
Clubfoot.
Oh, I didn't see that Clubfoot down there.
Signed by Clubfoot, yeah.
Signed by Clubfoot.
So the next day, Bruce Wayne's just visiting Commissioner Gordon, and Commissioner Gordon's just going to update him on this murder, I guess.
Yeah, listen.
Yeah, come with
Commissioner Gordon is, if this was real, nowadays, he ruins all their cases by blabbing to Bruce Wayne about what's going on.
Yeah, and then he takes him to the crime scene. Well, not the crime scene. He takes him to the reading of a will for some reason.
Yeah, why does Bruce get to go there? Because he's rich, that's why.
Why would Bruce Wayne even want to go to that?
He's rich. He likes to go to that kind of stuff. They got nothing else to do.
Because Harley Storm was a millionaire who left a will to his family, and that's why we're here. And we're getting introduced to the family, this lady and her miserable uncles and stuff like that.
Brother and...
As I'm reading this, I realize, for one, his whole family hates him, by the way. But number two is, there's 1,000 characters here, and I don't need to know any of them.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my god, I'm never going to remember all these characters. I don't need to know crap about these people. Except for they hate them.
Not a single one.
Yeah.
But they're all miserable.
Yeah.
They all just there for the money.
Well, they're all pissed because they didn't get the money.
Well, the lawyer opens up the letter and reads that all the money gets left to charitable institutions, and then they all get a piece of paper saying, United we stand, divided we fall.
So It's actually a piece of gold.
Oh, is it gold?
Yeah, it does say each envelope has found a piece of gold with an encryption.
It looks like a piece of white paper.
It does. It is white in the comic. The gold piece is white.
Yeah, but it's a piece of gold for some reason. It's an insult. That's what one of the I don't know. His whole family standing there. Are they all his brothers, his uncles, his nephews? I have no idea.
Yeah, some are uncles, some are cousins. Yeah, it's really weird.
Well, they're all rich, they're probably all money grubbers that were trying to get his inheritance and stuff from.
It's exactly what they are. So none of it matters who they are.
The next panel says later that evening inside a notorious gambling club.
Well,
who's that guy?
Hold on, we'll get there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were through. Go ahead.
No, because Bruce Wayne still there, like, analyzing everything.
Right.
Before, and they don't show him leaving or anything, so...
He's hanging out.
Yeah, he's just hanging out with these miserable people, I guess.
Yeah.
So, one of the brothers has a lot of gambling debts. He mentions it in one of the dialogues earlier.
Okay, good. That's what I was asking, if that was why.
Yeah. So he owes this crime boss money, and he says, all I got was this piece of paper. And the crime boss is like, oh, this is actually something. Let's go find out what it is.
Right.
So that's the setup for there.
We're going to get this stupid letter.
Yeah. But then Clubfoot, the green coat hook guy, shows up and kills another one. Dun, dun,
I don't know who it is. One of the brothers, I guess?
I don't know. It just says...
It does say another storm.
Yeah, it just says another storm
is dead.
Looking to see if it says his name somewhere, but I'm not seeing it. Anyway, Batman and Bruce Wayne and Dick decide
Bruce smokes a pipe a lot, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's a bit of a smoker.
Yeah, he's going to get cancer.
He has healing capabilities.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah. So they decide they're going to go stop Clubfoot.
Oh, about time. Do it whatever you feel like. You let him kill a couple people first before you go stop him.
You have to. It's the wait.
He did show up for the first murder this time, but it was an accident, so...
Yeah, he didn't show up. He stumbled across it.
So they're curious about the letter to Batman and Robin, so they go to the lawyer's house and they find out that the criminal organization's already there. So Batman breaks the window and jumps in.
Did Batman know they were there when he jumped through the window, or does he just jump through people's windows for no reason?
No, it says that he hears them in there.
Oh, okay. He does hear them.
He hears somebody in there. I guess he overheard the conversation.
Next time I come to your house and I hear somebody inside your house, I'm jumping straight through the window. That's it.
It's just bust right through onto my couch.
And then there's a fight that ensues. Batman kicks a stool at a guy.
Yeah.
Punches another guy. Robin tackles some guy. And then they beat up them until they tell them where they took the lawyer, I guess, because they kidnapped the lawyer.
Yes. Batman gets them to tell them where they took the lawyer. Because that was the lawyer's house.
Right. So they kidnapped the lawyer and then go break into his house.
Well, no, they were still there. They took him out of there and the other ones hung out, I think.
That's what I mean.
Behind to try to find the safe.
All right. So is this a typical torture scene to light a match and burn a guy's foot?
At first, I thought he was tickling him.
I wasn't sure what was wrong.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I might tell you if you tickle me too much, but...
I'm just saying, I didn't know it was a match until the next panel where Batman says, didn't your mother ever tell you not to play with matches?
Right, I had no idea it was a match either.
I thought he was clipping his toenails. I'm like, I don't really know what's going on in this scene here.
But is that a common torture thing? You light a match and try to burn a guy's foot?
Apparently you hold the match under his foot and he'll tell you whatever you want.
I mean, it's not very effective.
Not when the Batman shows up.
I want to point out Batman does show up, but instead of the window, he breaks through the door this time.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Knocks the door right off the hinges there.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't care about people's property at all.
And he's got to say something smart. He punches the one guy in the head and says, what a lovely hollow sound. Hollow. That's what he says.
And then the other guy clunks into the other guy.
But Dick Grayson comes in through the window.
Only after he sees that Batman's about to be shot.
Yes.
And so he swings and does his piggyback move.
Does he do it again? Oh, yeah, he does.
Yes, he does. Strong legs wind about the astonished gunman on the catwalk.
And he's had his crotch on the back of people's heads about 20 times.
Once a story. Actually, the one story, it was twice in one story, so he's averaging about once a story, a little more than once a story right now.
He's right at puberty. He's rubbing all over everybody in these comics.
So, Robin drops the guy on top of the other guys, and then Batman picks up a guy and starts swinging him around.
Yeah, he likes to swing people around.
He's swinging around by the foot. Yes.
Yeah.
And then the head guy tries to escape, but Batman grabs him and punches him in the face.
Yeah.
And they save the lawyer. And then they have a long conversation about it.
Yeah, like a 2-page conversation with the lawyer.
And again, it's another one of the things that doesn't really do anything for a story.
They're just explaining about all the inconsistencies and how the case is progressing, blah, 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 blah. And then he sends Robin to go protect this other guy. And then another Steel is dead by Clubfoot, or Storm, or whatever.
Yeah, before Robin even gets there, right?
Yeah, he walks in and he's already dead.
Yeah, good luck. Good going, Robin. That was good.
Then Robin decides, okay, I guess I'm leaving now. And then he gets attacked from behind by Clubfoot. But Robin monkey flips him, and then he gets in his car and leaves. I guess. That's what it shows, right?
That's
pretty much
exactly what happens. Robin flips him, and Clubfoot runs to his car and takes off.
Meanwhile, Batman goes to the lawyer's house and discovers the real Clubfoot down in the basement tied up.
Why does there have to be a real Clubfoot? Nobody ever mentions that there's a Clubfoot.
Yes, there is. In the very first panel, I didn't mention it. No, not in the very first panel. Where they're at the will reading, the lady says that the Clubfoot was a person who got cheated out. He feels cheated out of the gold mine.
Right. So the guy's name's Clubfoot?
Apparently.
And he just happens to have a Clubfoot?
Or maybe that's just a nickname, and they nicknamed him Clubfoot.
No, I think his parents named him Clubfoot, and his foot grew into a Clubfoot.
That's what happens.
Okay.
Careful what you name your kids.
Yeah.
So here's my question. This lawyer, who looks scrawny, managed to capture this Clubfoot guy, chain him up in his basement, then go around and kill 3 people, and take on Batman and Robin by himself.
Dressed up as Clubfoot with a big old fake club foot.
Right.
Yeah.
So this scrawny lawyer guy who looks like he doesn't work out or anything.
Right.
Drags around a Clubfoot and kicks everybody's asses.
Yeah. Well, if you get a hook, you can kick people's asses with a hook.
I'm sorry, we don't know it's the lawyer guy yet, because Clubfoot comes down, draws a gun at Batman, and Batman says, "All right, tell me your diabolical plan." And he says, "Okay."
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right, I'll tell you all about it.
And he does.
He
tells him that he was one of the heirs, and that every storm... he found out about the will prior from Harley earlier. Then he killed Harley so he could get the inheritance.
Well, he found out that if he killed them all, he would get all the money within 30 days.
Right. Well, there's a gold mine that's involved here.
Okay.
Because all the money got given to charity. So the stakes in the gold mine goes up depending on how many people are there. If you kill one off, you get more of a stake. And that was his plan, to kill all of them. But he only had 30 days to do it, or else the will is null and void or something like that.
It would be awarded to them.
But anyway, it doesn't matter. Batman, after Batman gets the whole story, Robin sneaks in from behind and attacks lawyer Clubfoot. And then he tries to run away up the stairs and Batman tackles him. And then back suplexes him down the steps.
He definitely back suplexes him.
And then removes his mask to reveal the lawyer, which we already knew.
Scooby-Doo.
Baker didn't vanish. She's been here all the time.
Mrs. Baker!
Then you were the counterfeiter.
And I still would be if it weren't for that dumb dog.
What'd I do? You're the hero of this piece, Scooby. I am? Sure.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah,
and I would have got away with it, too, if it wasn't for you meddling Batman and Robins.
That was a stupid story.
It was kind of a stupid story.
This may have been the worst one I've read so far.
It was pretty bad.
The Jekyll and Hyde one, you kind of poo-pooed, but I think this one was worse than the Jekyll and Hyde one.
Yeah, I mean, this one tried to be like a detective story, but it wasn't a very good one.
No, it definitely was not.
None of the story makes sense.
No, it was like, oh my god, and then we had to add this in. Oh crap, we forgot why he's doing it. Let's put it in that there's a gold mine. You know, it was very, very pieced together. It felt like,
yeah, and they introduced all these characters at the beginning that literally had nothing to do with the story. I mean, other than the fact they had a stake in it, they had no point in the story at all.
When I started reading this, I was taking my notes, and I'm like, oh, crap, I gotta know who all these people are, and you didn't need to know anything.
None of them. Never needed a name. You needed to know who Clubfoot was.
That's it.
Doesn't matter. The last panel of this story is a warning, though. A warning. The thrill exploits of the Batman and Robin in the current issue of Detective Comics will have you holding onto your chair.
Oh, no. I'm glad they warned me. I didn't want to be holding onto my chair.
So,
a warning.
Week duty's a little out of order because of how things go, or just fall.
Our recording schedules.
Yeah. So this one's usually supposed to be done before the last Detective Comics that we did. And the last Detective Comics that we did was that portrait painting one.
Okay.
So is that the one they're talking about? Because that was the one that was going to be next.
Yeah, I would guess that's the one where you're holding onto your chair.
Were you holding onto your chair when, that guy was killing people in paintings?
And then he shot himself at the end?
Yeah.
I don't
or
remember
is it
holding
the
my
last story in this book?
No, because it says in the
Detective Comics.
In the current issue of Detective Comics, we're reading Batman.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was either that one or the one in the school where where Batman put Robin in that school where kids were getting kidnapped and people were being murdered.
I like the painting one better than the kid school one. I'm going to say the painting one had me hold on to my chair.
No, you didn't, actually.
No?
No, you were reversed on it.
You think so?
Yeah, no, I remember the conversation we had. You said that one was the worst one.
What?
You said the painting one was the worst one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
You said it too.
I can't help you. The painting one was terrible.
Okay. No matter what, this Clubfoot one was worse than the painting one too.
That's true. Yeah. And I do this with my buddy in the other podcast too. He doesn't remember shit either, and I have to tell him his opinions too. So don't feel bad. Your opinion will...
Did you notice how I didn't argue with you? Because I have no idea if you're right or not.
Yeah, no.
I can't even weigh in because I don't remember it, so I don't know.
Both of you said the painting one was the worst one.
Okay, I believe you.
Was too long. I can tell you that. I remember it being really long.
If we have a Facebook group by now, put it in the Facebook group and tell us that TJ's wrong. Yeah.
Everybody go against TJ.
So the individuals in this comic was Batman, Robin, James Gordon, and then all the rest say only appearance. So we got Ward, Varric, Abel Storm, Carl, Clubfoot Beggs, Harley Storm, Portia, Roger Storm, and Tommy. Do you know who any of these people are?
I think Portia was the girl in the beginning at the will, but that's about it.
I remember Ward was the lawyer, and his name's Harley.
Clubfoot. Harley was the first guy that got killed.
Okay, Clubfoot Beggs is his name.
Yes.
Okay. Is that the Clubfoot or that's the actual Clubfoot. Okay.
Yes, that's the actual Clubfoot. But I couldn't tell you who the Storms were, honestly.
No.
Does this say where this happened?
Locations, Gotham City.
Okay.
That's all it says.
Yeah, that one was bad.
Yeah, I didn't like that one.
But we go from a bad comic to a murder spree.
Yeah, and go ahead. I'm not even going to say about how... this one I thought was okay.
I did. So, I didn't hate this one.
So, the last story in this Batman one is the case... Nope, that was the one before. The Case of the Missing Link.
Yeah.
It is 13 pages long, like all the rest of them. And we open up with the Batman jumping onto the back of a train.
Right. I do want to say that I did like this one, but it was pretty damn crazy.
It was.
So go ahead.
So Batman's just walking across the top of a speeding train for some reason, and then African pygmies start attacking him.
Yeah, and they say that the Metropolis Limited is the name of the train, by the way. But
that's what I was going to tell you. The Metropolis Limited. So I'm confused. So he's in Metropolis right now.
Or, no, it could be the train that goes through Metropolis and Gotham.
Yeah, it's just a train. Who knows where it is?
I guess.
It started in Metropolis, maybe.
Maybe it goes Metropolis to Gotham. Well, either way, wherever it is, there's African pygmies on the train.
Yes.
So, yeah. Batman starts fighting these pygmies who are trying to kill him with bow and arrows and stuff like that. And Batman's, like, kicking him off the speeding train. At one point, he ducks, and four of them splatter against, like, a bridge thing.
Oh, yeah. He low bridges them. He definitely low bridges them.
Yes, he does.
He jumps into the train car and starts... He's fighting these pygmies. He chucks luggage at two of them out of the thing. He smashes two of their heads together like the Three Stooges. Kicks two of them out of the train. So, here's my question for you. I counted him throwing at least 10 pygmies off this train. Do you think they're all dead?
No, none of them are dead.
No, those 4 that hit the top of the bridge are at least dead.
Yeah, but he didn't do that.
Hurt.
Yes, he did.
He ducked. They could have ducked.
He is directly responsible for their deaths.
All he did was laid flat. They could have. They. It's not his fault that they had question marks over their head when he laid flat.
He kicks. He kicks about 6 of them off the train, and it looks like they're high up on a bridge.
2, 3, 4. Yeah, he kicks about 6 of them off the train. You're right.
There's at least 6 of them that get kicked off personally by 4, and he tricks the other 4 to be splattered.
Okay, so we don't know the 6 are dead, though, right?
Well, that's my question. Are we counting 4 dead pygmies or 10 dead pygmies?
I mean, I don't know if you can technically count any of them dead.
No, I know these 4 are dead.
No, you're assuming that they're dead.
I'm telling you, they could have ducked. It's not his fault.
I seen Speed. That thing takes off heads.
Yeah, but all he did was lay down. He didn't make them not lay down.
He's fighting them.
I'll give you 4. I'm not giving you 10.
And
4?
There's actually 5 in that.
I didn't know if he was climbing up or down or not.
Right. I'll say 4 because, okay, You want to blame him for the dead pygmies on the bridge? Maybe 2 of them died and 2 of these died. Maybe they all didn't die.
Alright, so we're going with 4?
Yeah, I say 4. What do you say,
Under protest. I'm at
4
0.
under protest? You say you're still at 0?
No one's dead.
He does kick
doesn't
one.
say anybody's dead.
It never says that he's dead, no.
No, but look, they show they're on over a bridge.
They are over. Maybe it's water.
Batman has been shot.
Even if it's a bridge, it's high up. You can die by splatting against water that way. And they're pygmies. Who knows if they can swim?
And they're falling a lot further because they're pygmies.
Yeah, and they're small. They can get easily caught up in.
Yeah, but I don't know, because if like you take an ant and hold it up high and drop it, it doesn't die when it hits the ground.
How
they're
do you
smaller
know?
Because you've seen them. You can flick them off the thing and then they run away.
Okay, but if you dropped one off of a building, it would die.
I don't know if it would.
It would die.
You don't know that.
I know gravity takes over and it would kill it.
I don't know about that.
Why are they wearing diapers, by the way? I guess they don't know how to use bathrooms in Pygmy Land?
I just assumed they were wraps of some kind.
They're loincloths or something.
Yeah.
So what are we doing? We're going with 4 here?
I'll give you the 4, but it's still under protest.
That's what I say 4.
Okay. That's why I brought it up as a conversation, because I counted as many as 10.
I don't think he killed all 10.
But we are talking about this Batman. He would kill all 10.
Not as of the last 5 comics. He wouldn't kill anybody.
He just killed that Jekyll guy by punching him in the face and knocking him down the steps.
Listen, he punched him in the face, and then they said he fell down the steps.
He also kicks 2 after he crushes the 2's heads together. He kicks 2 more out of the train.
Yes,
right. So
off of the bridge.
4's good.
All right. Well, then I'm up in the back count to 29.
29 people. He's a mass murderer. Batman's a mass murderer.
He is.
So then he gets to this professor. Is that guy blind?
I don't know if there's sunglasses or...
He might be blind. It doesn't say.
It never says. He looks like he's kind of reaching for Batman, but he does know that they were pygmies, so...
But anyway, the pygmies are chasing after this professor guy because he kidnapped their god.
Yeah. Which is a towering monster hulk of a giant.
A giant that he's keeping in a box on the train.
Yeah, but he seems to like it.
He seems to... This is messed up. He kidnaps this guy from his home that were being worshipped by pygmies. And he's being betrayed as the good guy here.
The giant loves him.
The giant loves him, and the giant, Batman even tells you, he's cute. The giant's really cute.
He only loves him after he did mental actions, he manipulated this giant here.
Yes, he kidnapped them from his home, took away their god, who they were worshipping, and took him back. He's going to teach him English and make him live in our society.
Yeah, but he says that... Where is it? He says somewhere that he uses, psychology and stuff to manipulate this poor giant.
Yeah, he did say it.
They capture him by tying him up with ropes.
Yeah, they definitely do.
Well, then he makes him his butler. So
yeah, and that's even worse. Yeah, he makes him into his butler.
But the giant loves him.
All I remember is Batman telling him he was very cute.
He does say, he's very cute. Cute is just the word for him.
So it's in the paper that they discover the missing link and everything. So these circus performers are like, we want that giant.
Yeah. Oh, of course they do.
So they go and offer to buy it off of him, and he's like, no, he's my friend, after he kidnapped him and killed all of his worshippers.
See, they're friends. I told you.
Yeah.
They're friends.
Look, he's got him in a tuxedo. He looks good.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Anyway, the professor tells Batman that these guys are threatening him, and Batman does nothing about it. He says, Robin, go watch him, and then Robin's late and ends up getting this poor professor killed.
And this is the second time Robin showed up and the guy was already dead.
Yeah, but this time, Robin was supposed to be there.
Right, it does say Robin shows up late.
And this guy gets shot in the head by these carnival guys.
Yeah.
And then Robin gets there and starts beating him up, and then the crazy missing link guy attacks.
Right.
But then, apparently, the missing link gets handed over to the carnival guys.
Well, the missing link finds that his professor friend is dead. And yeah, somehow the carnival guys get him.
Yeah, so he goes into the catatonic state after finding out that his professor friend's dead. But yeah, the carnival guys just claim custody.
Right.
Because,
the authorities think the professor killed himself, by the way.
Yeah, but, Bruce Wayne couldn't go to the cops and say, hey, these carnival guys are threatening this.
Well,
this
Robin actually says that. Robin says, I'm going to the cops, and Batman says, you can't do that, then they're going to know you're Robin.
He does.
Yeah.
He does.
This is bad.
It's still better than the other one. But it is crazy.
It's definitely better than the other one, but it gets a little crazy.
So, he's in the carnival now, and he gets freaked out after he sees one of the guys that killed his...
Right, he sees the guy that killed his professor friend.
So he breaks out of the things and frees all the animals. He crushes some guy.
He whaps that guy against a pole.
Yeah.
He kicks a cage, and then Batman and Robin show up and net a lion.
Yeah,
Robin...
I did like that. Batman and Robin catch a lion. They catch a elephant.
Well, Robin jumps on the back of an elephant.
Yeah, and whispers in its ear.
And rides him. But Robin was a circus guy. So
that's true.
Oh, true. Right, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, that's why I didn't really question that when I was... I mean, this whole next part doesn't make sense, but it makes sense too. The giant picks up Robin and chucks him.
Yeah,
but he grabs onto the trapeze.
He's a circus performer.
He's a trapeze performer because that's what his parents were.
Yeah.
So King Kong climbs up the trapeze here, and Batman and Robin fight him for a bit. Then Batman throws a rope around him, but he gets pulled off of it. And then Robin uses a slingshot, hits him on the back of the head, and then Batman pulls him down to his death.
Yeah, well, it says as the Batman drops like a plummet. At the end of his rope, his sudden fall is enough to tug the giant off balance. So Batman didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah, but he did do it.
He did do it.
That's why I'm blaming Batman and not Robin.
Right.
So Batman kill count goes up to 30.
And a broken neck again, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Batman managed to round out his death count to 30 in this one.
Right.
But yeah, the missing link falls to his death. And...
well, the dying guy that the giant whapped into the pole tells the cops that the circus hired him to kill the actual guy.
Yeah.
So.
And then there's no real last panel like it's just Bruce Wayne saying it's very ironic. Professor Drake wanted to civilize Goliath, but it didn't work, essentially.
Oh, we didn't even mention that, but yeah, Robin happens to mention it's David and Goliath again. Like, that's the third time you mentioned that, too.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, so.
But we need to watch for the next issue of the Batman.
We always need to watch for the next issue of the Batman.
But yeah, that one it's 13 pages long, but it doesn't feel like anything happened.
I like the crazy pygmies and all that. I like when they do that stuff, the pygmies
but
and the
I
giant.
do like the far-fetched, I like this style one.
Yeah, I like the monk. I like this.
Yeah.
It's just crazy, though.
Yeah, it is crazy. It was hard to follow because there was so much crap going on.
It's like all of a sudden carnival workers want this guy after he was kidnapped already, and it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, it was just a little bit of a crazy story, but it was good. It was a good comic story for me.
It's also drawn well. I didn't understand why Batman thought he was cute, though, but other than that, I like the drawings of the giant
weird.
and stuff. It really stood out to me that Batman said he was really cute.
He says he's cute. That's the right word for him. He's cute.
Yeah, he's weird.
Strange line.
I kind of took it as it was being like sarcastic. Yeah, that's the right word for him, sure.
He says he's very cute. Cute is the right word for him. I think they were trying to make you feel bad for him. Like, they wanted you to think he was like this cute monster guy.
It doesn't, you should already feel bad for him. He was kidnapped from his home.
But in the 40s, they did that stuff all the time.
Willingly.
In the 40s, you just went and picked people up wherever you want, brought them back
here. He did not go willingly. He was wrapped up in ropes and put in a box.
His friend was helping him get away from the pygmies.
No, his friend was only his friend after he used psychology to manipulate him into it.
TJ, everything was okay after he gave him a tuxedo. Then everything was fine.
Yes, look, he gave him clothes.
Yeah.
A place to live.
Just do the first appearances.
The individuals in this one were Batman and Robin, and then all the rest are only appearances. It says Grimes, Hackett, Sneed, Goliath, and Professor Drake. So
okay.
That's it. And it doesn't even say where it was. I guess it was Gotham City.
Whatever.
I like that one. I didn't mind that one as much as I minded the last one. The last one I didn't like
the
at all.
The last one was really bad.
It was bad, but was this one good because the last one was bad, or is it just good?
Maybe it was good because I think it was interesting because it had pygmies and stuff in it.
I kind of liked how far-fetched this one was. They didn't try to make it like it just. I thought it was good. I thought it was a good comic. I don't know how else to explain it. It just kind of... It was far-fetched, but it was the right kind of far-fetched for me.
Okay.
TJ hated that one. Okay.
Yeah, TJ hated that one. I thought it was okay.
Hated it.
I wish they had more giants and more pygmies. That's what I wish.
Yes.
I would read a comic book about giants and pygmies.
Yeah, that's kind of why I don't really like some of those other stories. I know that they're supposed to be like detective comics. They're supposed to be kind of true crime-ish, but I kind of like this style better.
Yeah. I don't want to have to read it. I want to see crazy giants getting pulled off of ledges and stuff.
Yes, I want to see more of that.
Yeah, action.
Well, this isn't Detective Comics. This is actually Batman.
Yeah, this is
right.
Batman.
This is Batman. But the last two stories were both technically... no, the Lamb one wasn't really detective, but the one before that was definitely...
No, that was the Joker one.
No, the one before this, I'm saying. But
oh, yeah. Well, you have one. He's Batman. He's supposed to be the world's greatest detective, so...
Right.
He definitely is. Follow his gut. Happen upon crimes.
All right. Is that it?
I got nothing
That's
else.
it.
All right, then, Uncle Chris. You know what to do.
Okay. Now, see, I don't remember if I told you this one. How many Cape Crusaders does it take to change a light bulb? I did tell you that one, right?
You did, but it might have been off-screen.
Okay, well, that one is just none. They like the dark. Ha ha ha. This one I don't get. All right? I'm going down a line of Batman jokes, and this one just says, what did Batman say to Robin before they got in the Batmobile?
What?
Get in the Batmobile, Robin. I don't know. I don't know why.
I don't really...
I don't know why.
I don't think that was a joke, more of just a line of statements.
It felt like to me, too.
Really. I don't
it sounds like they took a couple lines from a comic book at one point and said, hey, this is a joke.
These are the jokes, guys. I don't know what to tell you.
These are the jokes you decided to tell.
All right, next week I promise will be a little better. See you.
Bye.